fact that this is my first gay wedding, by the way. And for many of you, this might be your first gay wedding. So as I stand in front of you, I am overwhelmed. In 1997, I was one of the luckiest father around. My son was valedictorian, spelling bee champion, UT Plan 2, playing the great job as a Romeo, and he actually fooled me because he actually did a good job as a Romeo and Juliet. I thought he was really thing, and he had no lafda. I mean, everybody else has a girlfriend here and a girlfriend there and this and that. And I said, Parag is such a pure guy. Man, I'm so lucky. Thing is, that was the best of the time, and suddenly it turned into the worst of the time. On 27th March, it was Friday, 27th of March, all day long, it was a UT day. We sat home at 4:25 p.m. on that Friday night. Parag had a very small speech. Dad and Mom, I'm gay. I have known it since I was 10 years old. I thought I was confused, but I'm beginning to realize that I am gay. I thought I will hide my being gay until you die, so you won't be embarrassed. I tried to commit suicide while I was in the high school, but I did not succeed. Thank God for that. Parag is very wimpy. I don't think he could do that. So, but he tried. But last week I was discussing in the class, and there was another Indian girl, and I blurted out, I am gay. So I knew the news will come to you sooner or later. Therefore, I'm telling you I'm gay. The whole thing was like 3-minute speech. From the best of the time, our life went to the worst of the time. I got up, I gave him a hug, and I said, I wish I'd known. I was a very homophobic person, there is no question about it. So I thought there is no big deal, I'll fix him, I'll find the best treatment center in the country, I'll find the cure for it, and I'll handle it. Monday morning, I was the first person to enter the medical library, and I pulled out all the cumulus medicus, which means all the articles. They're all listed in one book for last 5 years for G and H and all that, and I started looking up the article. And then I suddenly realized in 30 minutes that American Psychological Association back in 1973 had declared that gay people is not a disease, it is not a defect, it is not to be cured, it is not contagious, and if you accept somebody is gay, your child is not likely to be more gay than otherwise. I had this fear of unknown, fear of what it is, and there was a big fear. What would people say? What would everybody think if my son was gay? So I started with a strategy that I have to come out clean. I will do in one shot, let everybody know. So I wrote a beautiful letter. What happened on Friday the 27th, starting from the morning, this great 64-inch chhati or whatever, and then 4:25 and at things. But I think in life, whenever you are in crisis, you need to ask the right question. As I wrote all that thing, I asked a simple question. Do I love my son any less at 4:31 than I loved him at 4:24? And a long pause, and the answer was no, I still love him the same. So then I wrote a letter, and when I wrote a letter, this is what I did. I said, who will be the 50 people who have played the important role in Parag's life? Some of them were very conservative, and I knew that they will freak out when they heard it. Some of them were bigger than All India Radio, that I knew that it will take 5 seconds to call all over the world, but it didn't matter to me. So I kind of thought, okay, maybe 50% of the people would not talk to me. And my life would really be isolated. What to do? Again, a few minutes later, the answer came very simple. I said, Vijay, if there are 50% of the people who don't want to talk to you, maybe they don't need to be in your life. Why don't you stick with the other 50% who will be with you? So ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank all of you. Some of you have more enthusiasm than the other, that's okay. We all go step by step, but we go ahead.